Well, it is once again time for another episode of Brawl News, your favorite spot to get all the comings and goings here in the Brawl Stars community that you might not know about, but might want to know about. We have a couple very interesting things to get into in today's video. Number one, a photo was posted on the Brawl Stars social medias with a bunch of very awesome things to take away from, such as Kit coming back up into conversation, a mentioned potential new brawler that might be around the corner. We have a brand new gadget poll over on the Brawl Stars Twitter with 2 new second gadgets that we can vote for once again coming out this week, and a few other notable current events that you guys might want to know about. So hope you guys are all excited for the next episode of Brawl News. Let's get straight away into it. Here we go! Now, of course, if you guys enjoy me keeping you in the loop with what is going on here in the community, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Whenever I get wind of anything that I think is noteworthy, I make sure to keep you guys in the loop. And finally, be sure you guys are using code RAY in the Brawl Stars shop. It helps me immensely with what I'm doing here on YouTube if you would like to support me any further. All right, everyone, so starting things off in today's video over on the Brawl Stars official Twitter page for our next gadget poll that was sent out 3 hours ago. As you can see, let's see, vote for the gadget you would like to see this Friday, and we'll make it happen. So the 2 newer brawlers coming out here is Poco and Mr. P. Now, for a refresher on what these 2 new second gadgets do, the one for Poco is called Protective Tunes, removes active adverse effects from friendly brawlers in a large area and gives a 1-second immunity, charges per match 3. So as you can see, the radius for this bad boy is pretty dang decent, and it's introducing a brand new mechanic for the supportive brawlers, and that is removing adverse effects. We're talking about stuns, we're talking about slows, we're talking about poison, even the harmful effects from Crow's first star power and Byron's first star power. So when activating, you get the beautiful animation and your teammates will be healed from their adverse effects and granted a 1-second immunity, which is really good in this game. So looking forward to seeing how this performs in the meta once it is released. Now, as for which gadget I think is going to be a bit better, I feel like Tuning Fork is still going to be the superior one just because it's a bit more reliable. You can use this gadget in every single game mode, in every single team comp. People need health, whereas opposed to Protective Tunes, if there's not a brawler on the enemy team that can apply adverse effects, you're not even going to be able to utilize this gadget. Really, the only thing you can get is the 1-second immunity. So I think your better bet is going to be this one, but in certain metas where brawlers with these adverse effects are predominant, you might want to use this one. Next, moving along to Mr. P's, and his is very interesting. It is called Porter Reinforcements. The next attack will spawn an extra porter where the attack lands, charges per match 3. So taking a look at this firsthand in Training Cave, when you activate the gadget, where the shot lands, a robo-porter will spawn, and it's really important to take note that this does not interfere with the super as well. So you can have more than 1 robo-porter spawned in. Really, you can have 4 spawned in at a time. Now, of course, robo-porters don't have a whole lot of health, so I don't know what situations you'll be able to utilize 4 robo-porters at a time. You might get lucky, but a lot of circumstances you're not going to be able to do this. So both these gadgets are fantastic in their own ways, but I'm still going to be going with Service Bell being a tiny bit better than Porter Reinforcements. Just getting a bigger body on the map, especially since you can choose when you need that additional HP or pressure on the map for your team, I think is really good. So then the question is which one am I going to vote for? Normally I go off of just how fun it's going to be, so I have to go with Mr. P, and I hope the other one that takes second place will be Rosa or Poco, much like this poll is going right now. But yeah, be sure to let me know what gadget you guys ended up voting for. I'm very interested in what you guys think about these ones. But you guys, with the new gadgets out of the way, we are transitioning into the next bit of very important news that we gotta break down in today's video, and that is this photo that was tweeted out as well as Instagrammed out, all of the social medias, was this photo. BB was inspired by blank and blank, difficulty 3 stars. So of course we see some Pokemon references here with the Team Rocket and the Pokeball that BB is hitting, but the other one I think is a tiny bit more difficult to break down, and that is the makeup that BB is wearing currently. So someone pointed out in the comments down below, as you can see Teddy saying here, Faith from Mirror's Edge and Team Rocket from Pokemon, which, not gonna lie, definitely looks a lot like BB, kind of a rugged biker girl with the exact same makeup that's in the photo that was posted over on the social medias. Pretty cool. Now, you guys, I'm never one to complain getting additional information about brawlers here in Brawl Stars. I love hearing about it. I love the lore of Brawl Stars, but there is so much more to break down in this photo. Very interesting things. And the very first one that I want to start off with is this Mega Brawl box in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. In a previous Brawl News episode, we mentioned that Lunar New Year is right around the corner, which is February 12th, and we already confirmed that we're all going to be getting a free Mega Brawl box on that date, and speculating that there's going to be additional free rewards or a pin, things along those lines. So breaking down the next most notable thing, in my opinion, and that is this sign up here that is cut off from the swing of BB, but it says, "Where is Kit?" So Kit once again popping up into conversation, a brawler potentially coming around the corner based on the speculation here in the Brawl Stars community. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of on board with that notion, just because the amount of times Kit has come up recently as well as in the past. We've had it here for the most recent example, we had it here before the most recent Brawl Talk was released on the Food Bowl Kit. We had Meow on the thumbnail and actually mentioned in the Brawl Talk saying Kit was here, but then they scratched that and introduced Colonel Ruff, and a few other really interesting examples from a very, very long time ago. I wanted to point this one out. As you can see, a post 17 days ago by the user Cosmic XX. Here is an old design of a cat brawler that was supposed to be in Project Laser. Might this be Kit? So as you can see, there was a cat brawler concept in the earlier stages of Brawl Stars, or better known as Project Laser, but what's even more interesting is during this time Colonel Ruff was first designed and now implemented in the game in the most recent update, so pretty dang cool. And the final thing that I wanted to bring up about Kit, showing that he or she has been in the Brawl community for a very long time, outlining a post here over on Twitter from a very, very long time ago, 2/26/20, almost a year ago, but this brawler concept is Kit. Frank saying, "Really cool fan-made brawler concept by Kit. Love the approach from concept, including action/character poses and coloration to the icon. Very well done." But if we take a closer look at it, it's a pretty dang cool character design for a potential brawler we might be seeing around the corner here very soon. We have been talking about this brawler a lot. But yeah, guys, I think that's just about enough about Kit. Be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about this being a potential new brawler around the corner. Maybe they're introducing brawler concepts way back in the day, starting off from Project Laser. It might give a little bit of context as to why Colonel Ruff is now being entered into the game. Just food for thought. But let's move along with this photo. All right, so pointing out the next couple things that kind of caught my fancy from this photo. On the very far right, we have a poster here on the skyscraper saying "Space closer than you think," and I believe it has Edgar floating in a zero gravity spaceship looking out at Earth, I think. So pretty interesting. We have a few other posters here in the background, one of Cool Lou. It's saying "out now" there on the top right. Also, it looks like a cologne or a perfume for Surge. Smells good. But if we keep going further to the right, we have this icon popping back up once again, literally synonymous with Star Park. We've seen this logo now in the inner workings of the Star Park website. We've seen it in this photo as well as previous photos. This is the one that I'm talking about. So Star Park always finding a way to make it into these types of photos, I'm telling you that much. And it's pretty bizarre that it popped up in both examples of BB as like the main focus, right? It's interesting. I don't think anything important, just interesting. We have a few other things here. We have Colonel Ruff saying, "We want you to join the Star Force," almost like they're recruiting, trying to get members into the Star Force. We have a few other brawlers up here, Nani and Spike, but I think this is the Pokemon vibe that they're giving off in the photo. I think Spike is Gengar and Nani is Jigglypuff, I think. And then the only other notable thing to take away from this, and I really can't read it out, is the wording on this poster. And yeah, it's pretty hard to make out. I feel like if I even tried, it wouldn't be right. So pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about all the stuff found in this image. It is super, super interesting. I think Kit is the one that's kind of catching my fancy the most, popping up once again. Maybe we'll see Kit come down the line. And the only other thing that we have to bring up in today's video, I know OJ covered this over on the Juicy News Network, but a very important change to matchmaking that might influence some of these crazy crazy big milestones or world records that we've seen in the past, like your almost 3,000 trophy brawlers out there. Frank's saying here, in order to reduce latencies for our players in Australia, we've introduced servers in Sydney. The hope? Lower latencies would enable the local community in Down Under to grow and flourish. Continuing on here, unfortunately, while latencies dropped by about 35%, we also saw a significant increase in matchmaking times, depending on the trophy range of our players in that region. So Frank, in explaining the servers in Australia, a lot of the time, if you were very, very high in trophies, the matchmaking would auto queue you into matches up against bots or matches up against 500 trophy players. So the difficulty as well as matchmaking time wasn't incredibly high, which is why we were seeing these incredible milestones coming around. And then wrapping things up here, Frank updated us 2 days ago. As expected, matchmaking times improved significantly for average players around 500 trophies. Matchmaking times went to 20 seconds to 6 seconds, a 70% decrease, while latencies climbed to around 100 milliseconds, also as expected. The immediate effect, ignoring outliers in December, example Edgar, we've had the best regular weekend in 90 days for Australia, with the highest amount of active players, with new players coming in being stable. It's early days, but looks like the community bounces back. So it looks like the Australian servers are still an ongoing thing. Very much so looking forward to seeing how this all plays out with this. Definitely the most important thing is making sure everyone is having a good time no matter where you are in the world, right? But yeah, guys, that's just about it for this episode of Brawl News. Be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking of what we discussed here in today's video, and hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. With that being said, have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios.